Welcome to my Hebrew channel, and today we're looking at a very interesting word in the scriptures, and I'm looking at it because it's used a lot. It appears approximately 2,400 times in the Old Testament scriptures and in Hebrew. We even find it in Genesis 2, where God takes Ish, a man, and forms from the rib of the man Isha, the woman. So you have Ish Issah. This is the masculine form of man. This is the feminine form. It also means each, and you can kind of hear it even in the way Hebrew is pronounced here, ish and each. Okay, so Ish Issah, and we're using the book of Ruth to do this study. Ruth 1:1, Vehi bichme shofet hashofetim vehi ra'av ba'aretz ve'yelech ish, any man, ish. מבית לחם יהודה לגור בשדה מואב הוא ואשתו ושני בניו. Here we have Ish, which is right here in the front. Here, there's Ish, a man, a person. This is the root of this particular noun, and no, at this point we don't have any article on it or anything added to the front or the back. Nothing agglutinated on. This is the root one. This, you look it up in the dictionary, this is what you'll see. Okay, Ish. We go down through it, and you have ve'ishto and his wife, his woman, and a little bit more complicated here because this one is based on the construct root of the feminine form. You have a conjunction on the front. You have the ish to, aleph shin tau, and then there's also a suffixed pronoun on the end of it. So this one's a little bit more thoroughly agglutinated here. So you got ve'ishto and his wife. Ve'shem ha'ish Elimelech ve'shem ishto Naomi ve'shem shnei banav Ma'alon ve'kilion Ephratim mebet lechem Yehuda ve'yabu shde Moav ve'hu sham. And here we have ha'isha. It's right here at the start, ha'isha. And what we have here is a definite article stuck to the front of it. The article, most articles will come on with a patah, but this one's a comment, okay? But ha'ish, so you got ha'ish, the man, and then we have ishto. We've seen this in the previous verse. This time is a little bit cleaner. No conjunction on the front of this one, but still has the suffix pronoun on the end of it, ishto. This is very much when you use a construct form of a word to attach your pronouns on the end. When you're attaching pronouns, we're using the construct form. We will see a clean form of this one, eshet, in the 3rd chapter of Ruth, and that's the clean form of ishto. Vayamot Elimelech ish Naomi ve'tesher he ve'shnei banav. Banav. Ish. Here's something that's good news for everyone, including myself in this one. This is a construct chain right here. Ish Naomi. So you got husband or man of Naomi, but there's been no vowel reduction, no changes, no swapping out of anything in the vowel side here of the construct form. So the construct form and the absolute form are the same. And I think that's generally is the case. So Ish Naomi, man of Naomi. וישו לכם נשים מואביות שם האחד עורפה ושם השנית רות וישבו שם כאשר שנים. And they lifted up for them, lachem, nashim. Now, this is women, wives, okay, women, plural of isha. And there's, as you're going to see very quickly, you will certainly figure it out over time, there are a couple things that are very irregular with formation of this particular plural. For one thing, the normal feminine ending of Hebrew nouns is this one right here, Moabiyot. Okay, you got a Holam Tau. Okay, Holam Tau is the normal feminine ending of Hebrew nouns. But in this case, you got Hirik Yod Mem, which is very much a masculine style ending. Now, just because the style, or just because the form, or just because the letters used are usually used on the masculine forms, no, the context and the reality of what we're reading is feminine. So this is a masculine form used for feminine, and it does happen in Hebrew. So you really do have to keep your eyes open on the context. Don't just go translate this one as a masculine because it looks like that. No, this is actually a feminine, even though it looks like a masculine. And the other thing that's swapped out here is we've been seeing the singular forms where Aleph, Yod, Shin, and all of a sudden the Aleph is gone, and in this place you have a Nun. So the Nun replaces the Aleph. So there's a change there too. Nashim, very much different word for the plural form, feminine plural. The masculine plural also has somewhat of the same difference. So, but in the masculine form, of course, they're using a masculine ending. This one is a masculine style ending, I will say, but it is used for feminine form here. This would be the normal one, so it will be Yot. And now we have a little bit of agglutination. This one here is Vayamotu Gam Shenehem Ma'alon Bekilion Veteshaer Ha'isha Meshene Yeladcha U'Me'isha. This one here is Ha'isha. This is the woman with a prefixed article. Direct objects, no, the article is on the front of it here. Ha'isha, the woman. And then you have a man, and so the root right here is Aleph, Yod, Shin. Then the meh is from, it's preposition, from, and the u is a conjunction. So from, and from, man, of her. So then the hey at the end is an agglutinated personal pronoun of her. The Masoretic text helps us out a little bit here with putting a mapik in it. And generally speaking, when you see a mapik inside of something like this, start thinking possessive feminine suffixed pronoun. Okay, so you get isha, okay? And of man of her. So and from man of her. So it's a very literal way you could sort this one out. ותאמר נעמי לשתי כלותיך לכנה שאובנה אישה לבית אמה עשה יהוה עמכם חסד כאשר אשתם עם המתים ועמדי. And Isha, again, we have a nice clean version of Isha. Return each woman, so each one. As you'll see here, each, this is literally woman, but using it in this way, you're going to translate it as each. Literally, it would be each woman. So each woman to house of her mother, and may God, Jehovah, do with you chesed, loving kindness. What do they do? Kindly, okay. Yeten Yehovah lechem u'mashana menuha Isha beit Isha v'tasak lachem lachen v'teshana kolan v'tikkena. So this one's Isha, again very much the root of each woman, each woman, and then Isha. Notice that you're going to looking careful. Incidentally, they're pronounced exactly the same here. There's Isha, even the Atna bumps it up to a pausal form, but it keeps the pronunciation Isha. But this is the masculine here, the man, and then this one is the of her, okay, man of her, husband of her, yeah, her husband right here. So Isha, and here it is in the passage, Isha beit Isha, a woman in the house of her man. But Naomi said, okay, Vatomer Naomi, Shovna benotai lama telachena imi haodli banim bemeach behayehu lechem la anashim, okay, la anashim. This is now the plural of ish as man, and what we have here is the ish, the aleph. Yeah, the aleph is still there, but the yod that was in the middle of ish, and we're going to compare these things a little bit at the end, has been swapped out for nun. And so this one actually looks a little bit like the feminine plural form, nashim, but we have another anashim, okay? Anashim. This is for men. And then this one is the lamed, that one's a preposition, for or to become for husbands, okay? For husbands, for men. Shovna benotai lechna ki zakanti mihyot leish ki amarti yesh li tikba gam hayiti halayla leish gam yadati bani, for a man and then for a man. So, and this is very good news. If you see this one here, atna, and this one here is just the normal a normal accent. This will be the pausal form. This will be the normal form, and there's no swapping out. There's no change of the vocalization. So, good thing to know. The pausal form of ish doesn't change out the vowel. לכן תשברנה עד אשר יגדלו, לכן תגעגענה לבלתי היית לאיש על בנותיי, כי מר לי מאוד מכם, כי יצא בי יד יהוה. And again, this pausal form here of la'ish. And here, this is a little bit of a paradigm, a little bit of a, setting it out. This side is the masculine here, ish, and then this is the normal root, and then you make it a definite article on the front of it. Hey, the hey with the comments does not alter the vocalization here, and so that's good news. Leish, same thing with any preposition. We even see this one here. This one's let, for, and this is from, me'isha. This one is just a normal agglutination of preposition on the front. This one here has the preposition, also has a conjunction on the front of it. Then the root here, aleph yod shin, and the hey, with the mapik at the end here, is the suffix pronoun in feminine. So from man of her, and from man of her. And then la anashim, this is the plural form then, okay? Has the same prepositions we have here for men. So anashim. Now take a look here. We'll start with aleph yod shin. Get to the plural, and it's aleph nun shin. Okay? Instead of a yod, there's a nun. Anashim. The rest of it's still there, aleph and shin, and then normal plural ending of masculine plurals. That's hirig yod mem. Feminine form is isha, woman, and then ha'isha with an article on the front. Ishto, this is the construct form with the suffix pronoun on the end of it. And this one, same thing, only this time around we have another conjunction on the front of it. So ve'ishto. And the plural form of it, nashim, is this one. It's as you see right here, the aleph has been swapped out for nun. No aleph here on the plural form, but you do have a nun. So nashim, also a little unusual in terms of feminine, masculine forms. Generally speaking, the feminine form will be longer than the masculine form, but this time around, the feminine form is shorter. Okay, here you have anashim and nashim. Nashim. In the masculine form, you have 3 syllables. In the feminine form, you have only 2 syllables. Nashim. So beautiful set here that we can learn the structure of this particular name or noun. It appears approximately 2,400 times in the Bible, so it's well worth our while to learn it, to see it, to understand how it works. And this is a nice time to kind of see how all these things work. Identifying who is who within the scripture is very important, and to be able to see this man, that woman, and so forth. Scriptures are very clear on distinguishing. And in this day and age, I think the modern world doesn't like to distinguish things, but in the scriptures, most certainly, these things are well distinguished. So may God bless and may God strengthen you in this day.